Welcome back to part 6 of my tutorial series on how to use lightsabers. This time around I wanted to complicate things and tackle one of the more difficult moves that people have figuring out with a single saber. And that is the Eclipse Spin, also called the Obi-Ani. It's called the Obi-Ani because in the prequel movies, Obi-Wan and Anakin do this move a lot. Like all the time. There's a few GIFs online of them just doing this move at each other, which is completely ridiculous. The Obi-Ani though, whereas our basic figure 8 looks like this, it's a 2-beat move, meaning blade tip goes down, and then we reset. 2 beats. The Obi-Ani, or Eclipse Spin, is a 3-beat move. Now it's called the Eclipse Spin because one of those spins is going to be behind me, eclipsed by me. Alright, it's 1 beat up front, 1 beat behind, another beat behind, and then back up front. It looks like this. Various schools of thought also call this a shoulder roll. The reason behind that? Watch my shoulder while I do this move. I have to throw my shoulder forward in order to bring that blade out from behind my back. You'll notice it is making 3 rotations. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this move is a little bit hard for people to pull off sometimes when you're learning. It's a little bit tricky, so let me break it down for you. Okay, we have the first beat up front. Now this is that first spin in the figure 8 that you were dealing with. First beat up front. Second beat is just like the figure 8. It looks like this. The third beat, after this second beat, the third beat is this one. Now this is the hard one. We have to pull the shoulder forward. If you let your hand get behind your back, you get stuck. There's not much that you can do with this. The trick to accomplishing that Eclipse Spin is keeping your hand to your side and not letting it get stuck behind your back. Okay, so after that first spin, I go into a second. Notice that my grip is tight. Point the saber down. Point the saber behind me. Alright, so right now you can see it on this side, you can see it behind me. Alright, from here, basically what I'm going to be doing, if I don't have the saber in my hand, I'm like this right now. Okay, I'm going to be turning my pinky so that it's pointing straight out. Okay, if you can do this move, I like to call this the Peter Pan for obvious reasons. Alright, do this move, knuckles against your hip, pinky finger pointing out. If you can take this and slide it towards your belly button. Okay, so basically like you're punching yourself in the gut. That's the movement. Okay, while you're learning this move, it's sometimes easiest to do it very slow and do it while your knuckles are touching your body so that you can feel it. Alright, I do that one. I bring it down, bring myself into the Peter Pan, bring it so that I'm touching my belly button or punching myself in the gut, and from here, I just bring it back around. Peter Pan. Okay. And as you get more used to it, and this is the hard part right here, this maneuver. As you get more used to it, you can bring it out from your body so that you're not having to touch yourself or touch your side while you're doing it. You notice that my grip has to loosen to get it from behind my back. This move, most of the time, my grip is loose. I can tighten my grip right here in the front if I like. But in order to get this spin in the back and then this one, my grip is going to have to be pretty loose. Alright, this is the Obi-Ani, and this is one of the steepest learning curves in single saber. Okay, once you get this move, once you can break it apart from the pieces, and make it flow together, this is one of those moves that clicks. Before you know it, you'll be able to do it, and then you'll not believe that you were ever not able to do it, if that makes sense. After you get the hang of this one, I would highly suggest train yourself to do this move with both hands. As we get to some of the later moves, you're going to want your left hand to be able to do this. budget about twice as much time for training your left hand, or sometimes even 3 times as much time for training your left hand in order to do this move. Hopefully that's been of help. Practice that one. Don't think about trying to move on until you get that one down.